I bet I could guess within a few yards how far these are.
What have you got to this red over here?
If I had to guess, I reckon high 60s.
Okay.
68.
Okay. So many good players play forged golf clubs. It gives you better feel, better control. When you have a forged wedge, it just brings that into the short game. You know, it's a little bit of an odd thing that a lot of players will demand a forged blade and an iron and then play a cast wedge. And with the grain flow forging process, you're able to get just the best feel and most control, most workability, everything out of a club. We mill our grooves at the end after we forge the club, and we mill loft-specific grooves. So when we go on our higher lofted wedges, we mill a little bit wider and shallower groove. So, I mean, the groove has a big effect, especially, you know, when conditions aren't ideal, the groove really plays a big role in how that club's gonna perform. I mean, it's nice developing wedges with a guy like Luke on staff. I mean, he knows what he wants in a wedge. He's got great form. There's nothing funky about it. It's very classical. So he's a great kind of influence on how to make a good wedge that appeals to a great player.
I like a decent amount of loft around the green.
Okay.
You know, I think good wedge players around the green will have a pretty open on the way down, and then they're actually closing the face. So I like a lot of loft, so I can close it slightly.
So with these, you know, we do everything from 49 to 62 degrees, literally every single degree. So if you need a 51, 52, 53, we have that for you.
It's kind of nice.
Kind of the rule of thumb that people always say is, you know, on tight courses, people play lower bounce. On fluffy courses, kind of wet courses, you want higher bounce. But a lot of it comes into technique as well. I mean, a high bounce isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of good players should use high bounce as well. So in each of the lofts from the 54 through the 62, we have 2 different bounce options. And each of them actually has a different grind on them as well. So that low bounce is designed to play even lower to the ground, and that high bounce is designed to give you a little bit more soul that's gonna not dig.
I like to cut a lot off the back edge on the heel and a little on the toe just for aesthetics.
So we relied pretty heavily on the grinds that you have on your wedges when we were putting these together.
Kind of nice to know that I've made a difference in how the clubs are designed.
Absolutely.
Come on, first to hole one.
All right.
Ooh. There we go.
Did you see where mine went on that?
Did you get the other ball flying over there?
Now he cold shanked the exact one. His went right in the cart, mine went right into the bushes.